Well, hello there, students. And today, by popular demand, I'm going to do a demo on how to use Photopea.com. So without further ado, let's navigate there and begin by opening up one of our images, like our space-themed poster. You could use this Google search window and type in Photopea. You can see it there. Click. And there's your first link, www.photopea.com. Photopea online photo editor. It's much like Photoshop, and it's free. Now, I want to make a good note. Layers are very important on this assignment. So bear in mind, you're going to continually work with different layers right here. That will not change. That's the default placement. So now I'm going to open up the image that I want to work on. To do that, I click up here in the left corner, File, Open, and here's one of my images. There he is, my space book cover. So what I've asked you to do on this assignment is to search out an exoplanet name. That's what I'm going to do next. My image is open, and I'm going to search out list of exoplanet names. And the reason why I want you to do this is because I want you to incorporate an exoplanet name into the title of your poster or your book. And I used Wikipedia list of exoplanets, and here is the extensive list. And I particularly like this list of potentially habitable exoplanets because I've asked you to have an astronaut in your space scene, which means that we Earthlings may be going to someplace far, far away in hopes to occupy either a planet or a solar system out there in the distance with a habitable planet. I happen to like the name Gliese 667. So what I'll do, actually I'm going to select that and see more about it. Okay. Well, at this point, I know a little bit about it, so I'm going to go Control C for copy. It's called a super Earth. Gliese 667, a super Earth. So now, I'm going to return to this. And the first thing to do is click the T for text. And I'm going to put my title right here above the astronaut and underneath my, you have to find a location that's nice for your title. And so that's where I've decided that's going to be. So I'm going to click there, and you'll see a little square appears. That's where I can type. Also, the default font, if you look up here in the upper left, is Deja Vu Sans. I recommend you select that little arrow next to that and wait, and then you'll see an entire list of all the available fonts there for you to preview and see which one you prefer. Think of something space-like. There's no right or wrong, just be the designer. This is design and modeling. And without taking too much time, I think I may just settle on this one, Photopea 1. Now that I have Photopea 1 loaded, you can see up here, Photopea 1 is loaded. And it's going to start off as a 24 pixels high, but I'm just going to go Control V to paste in, and you can see that it's a black color. Here's the color of your font right here. So in order to change that, you merely click on this window, and notice you can move the window, the pop-up window around. You want to move that off to the side so that you can see your image. And then you can literally click on any color, and I recommend you use a color in your poster. So for instance, I'm going to try to use this gold color, a bright gold. And right now you can see it's black right there. That's the font. So if I click on it, it shows me what the new color will be up here. Don't forget to click OK. Now the font is going to be blue. I have to highlight by clicking the T. Oh, I guess I made a mistake. I'm going to click and highlight my word and then, again, click on the gold color of this mask and then OK. Now my font is gold, but it's very small. And the way to change the size, and that's a very important feature, is go up here. Now, if you'll notice, Gliese 667C right here is on a separate layer than the background. You have the background layer, so you see I highlighted it in gray, but I'm clicking on that and making sure I'm working on the text layer where it says Gliese 667cc, and then I'm up here to edit, transform, scale, and it gives you some handles that you can pull and stretch. And that's what I intend to do. So the next step is add your catchphrase. So select the T and then select the spot. I picked the spot right next to my astronaut down in this light colored area here. Click. As you can see, that's where my new catchphrase will be. And I'm going to type in my catchphrase. Now, you can see my catchphrase is much too large for the space. So again, move up here to the upper left. And as you can see, I'm on text layer 3. That's this layer. Here I've accidentally created an extra text layer, so I can right click and delete that. But I want to be working on this text layer, which is separate from my title, the colonies of a super Earth. Okay, so now I'm going to go edit, transform, scale, and grab the corner and bring it small and try to fill it nicely. Now, another feature you can use is I've selected the T and I'm going to highlight it all. And up here, you can see you can have it justified left, justified right, or centered. And I want mine centered like so. And then here's how you move it. Select this arrow, the move tool, and just drag. As long as you're on the correct layer, it should work well. And that's what I intend on calling it, the colonies of a super Earth. And now I'm going to apply some special effects to these layers. So here I am, the colonies of a super Earth. I'm going up here. So I'm working on that layer, and I'm going to select up here, layer, layer style, stroke. And as you can see, it's already put a red color. And if I want a different color, I can select that box, find a color on my poster, click, and it's changed it. Here's the new color. I happen to like this red up here, so I'm going to click and click OK. And now you can see that the stroke position is on the outside. You can adjust that to inside, center, or outside. I'm going to select outside, and then I'm going to make the outline around my words a little bit thicker, 7 pixels thick. Okay. And I'm also going up here. I'm going to select this layer right here. See, I'm working on the title layer now. And I'm going to, once again, go layer, layer style, stroke, and apply the same layer there, same outline. Good. So now, and maybe I'll adjust this so that it doesn't interfere with my image. I don't want my text to interfere with the key elements, the space station, the rocket or the astronaut. Now there's a book cover for you. At this point, I want to do one last thing. I'm going to put a border around it. So you can see if I select background, now I'm working on the background layer and only the background layer, and I can go layer, layer style, stroke. And see where it says position outside? Here's an example of where I want to use position inside. So if I select inside, now it's providing me a layer. As I increase the width, it's going to squeeze in. And I can squeeze in a border like that. Now if I want to change the color, I can select this box, and I could make it blue if I so choose. Boop. See, that would be the new color. And then you can also drag this little circle around, which will show you the new color. Click OK, and then OK. So these are just a couple of the techniques to make a beautiful image that you see here. And now, go File, Export as PNG. Make sure you slide the quality slider all the way to 100%, and then save. And there you see it, book cover PNG. It's in my downloads folder. So if I go and double click downloads, you can identify the new book cover, and there it is. If you are so lucky to achieve such a beautiful image, then that's the one you want to turn in for the excellent grades on this assignment. Hope this helps. Good.